I love you, pumpkin.
I love you, honey bunny.
Everybody be cool, this is a robbery!
Any of you fucking pricks move! And I'll execute every motherfucking last one of you!
For all the witty dialogue and stylized violence, there's another reason why we love Quentin Tarantino. We relate to and recognize his characters.
They don't call it a quarter pounder with
Tarantino uses visual and sonic cues to help the audience relate to the madness of his films.
They call it Royale with cheese.
Royale with cheese.
That's right.
Through dialogue and paying homage to famous genres, Tarantino puts a memorable spin on the modern movie.
Big Daddy's getting away.
In Django Unchained, Tarantino takes the classic spaghetti western and gives it his own classic touch. A revenge plotline, stylized violence, and lots of guns. Here we see another element of Tarantino's films that makes them unique and very relatable. Forgoing the use of a traditional orchestra, Tarantino instead relies on a mix of pop songs and jazzy throwback tracks to help create a world that is undeniably his own and that his audience will recognize. In Kill Bill, we get a more concrete example of Tarantino paying homage to past films that his audience can relate to. Comparisons between Beatrix Kiddo and Bruce Lee are apparent in their costuming and ability to overcome seemingly insurmountable odds. Here, we get another look at the yellow jumpsuits the Black Mamba and Bruce Lee share. Audiences will be sure to identify with the kind of fighter that Beatrix is supposed to be. Another element of Tarantino's films that is consistently used is the sharp-dressed gangster. The characters in his movies often have questionable morals, but they never fail to look good for the camera. We see the gangsters in suits in these clips of Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, and Kill Bill.
Not you.
Combined with the soundtrack, there's no doubt that Tarantino's characters have remained memorable for decades. Through using tracks such as Stealers Wheel, Stuck in the Middle with You, smart costuming, and referencing famous movies, Tarantino creates films that engage the audience and keep his unique flair. Tarantino's films definitely reward the informed viewer and make each viewing an enjoyable one.
Christopher Nolan's films are also marked by his unique style of filmmaking. His films contain several trademark elements and draw inspiration from his personality and influences. In 1970, Christopher was born to Brendan and Christina Nolan. His mother was a flight attendant, and as such, Nolan had dual citizenship in America and Britain, and spent a lot of time in both countries. From a young age, Nolan aspired to be a filmmaker, and frequently shot short films featuring action figures with his father's Super 8 camera. Nolan's professional film career began at University College London, where he filmed two short films, Tarantella and Larceny. He released his first feature, Following, in 1998. The film was under a tight budget, and to conserve film stock, each scene was rehearsed thoroughly. Three of Nolan's most well-known films include Memento, The Prestige, and Inception. Some of Nolan's trademark styles in his movies include a non-linear storyline, blurring the line of reality and non-reality in the narrative, and soundtracks featuring Hans Zimmer. A lot of these elements have roots in Nolan's personal history. For example, one of the scenes in Inception was shot in UCL. Nolan pays tribute to his alma mater where he developed his filmmaking skills.
Sheet architecture into impossible shapes. That lets you create closed loops, like the Penrose steps.
Christopher Nolan's disjointed storylines, as seen in The Prestige, could be an effect of his upbringing and growing up in two countries at the same time.
Even if Colorado is the end of my journey, it'll take much longer to unravel the rest important secrets. So where are you?
An interesting tidbit about Nolan. When discussing Memento with a journalist, Nolan revealed that as a left-hander, he tended to leaf through magazines back to front, and agreed that this might go some way to explaining Memento's backward structure. His films respect his audience, in that it doesn't just hand them the plot. The audience has to digest the film, think about it, maybe even watch it a couple of times to fully understand it. In doing so, Nolan gives us a very unique film experience.